Hey everyone, I'm just fixing to start the record book workshops for Chaves County. We're going to go over part one, which includes the cover and the awards area sheet, the dividers, and then we'll also go over the report form as well. So if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments and I will try to answer them, or you can give us a call at the office anytime. So to get started, first off, you want to locate our forms on the Chaves County website. You can go to aces.nmsu.edu/county/Chaves, and that will take you to our home page. Then you're going to look on the far left-hand side, scroll all the way to the bottom under 4-H Youth Development, and click on the 4-H Record Book Forms Etc. tab, and then that will take you to everything 4-H record book related. Once you're on that page, it shows that you have the record book deadline of November 3rd. It's usually the first Tuesday of November or the first if it doesn't land, if it lands on a Monday or something like that. So it'll tell you when they're due. And then the first thing you want to do is print off the 4 step-by-step instructions. You're going to click on putting together your record book link here at the top and print that out. And that's what we're going to actually talk through today in the next 2 days. So your first thing that you're going to do is you're wanting to get a cover, and that's worth 3 points alone when it comes to turning in your record book and how it's being graded. There's points associated with everything, and 3 points, it's an easy 3 points. You come and get one of the standard green hardback 4-H members record covers at the extension office. They're $3, and we have them year round, so you can get it anytime. There's no loose leaf notebooks or report binders. We want you to use this 4-H Clover one. And then you're going to use a permanent marker. You're going to write your name, address, club, county, and state on the front, as shown by Chris Clover here on the front of your record book. Then number 2 is the awards area sheet. This page is attached to the inside of your 4-H record book. It's used to determine the judging areas that we are going to judge your record book on. And all the projects that are actually in your book, that's what's going to be marked on this page. So to find it, again, it's on our county website, and you're going to look under the Chaves County 4-H record book forms, and it's that first one, award area sheet. Click on that and print that off. So this is kind of what it looks like, or it is what it looks like. And again, you're just going to fill out your information at the top, name, age, years in 4-H, club, and enrollment. And then, and this is something that you want to have on hand, but you're probably not going to fill out until one of the last things that you're doing in your record book, because you're going to mark an X next to the projects that are included in your record book. So if you're thinking you're going to turn in 5 record sheets this year, but you don't actually get your 5th one done, it doesn't need to be marked on your record sheet, so, or your awards area sheet. So you, like in our example here, we have the horse and pets as marked, that there is a record form in the book that has been included. Okay, so that, and then you're going to do that for all the different areas of the record sheet. So you're going to look at horticulture and agronomy, what projects you have in that one, natural science, engineering science, and etc. And you're just going to mark an X by the projects that you've included. Now, the bottom of that page is the personal accomplishments and the other award areas. So pretty much everyone should be going towards achievement, citizenship, and leadership. In 4-H, those are big things that are the main things that we work towards in 4-H. You can mark agriculture if you feel that you have enough ag projects. So those natural science, the animal science, those type of projects. If you have a lot of those in your record book, then go ahead and mark that agriculture too. And then you're also going to If you conducted any fashion review, if you participated in county fashion review or in the Eastern Fashion Review or state 4-H conference, then you'll mark that. So there's specific pins. We award 4 every year in each of these 5 areas. So if you've participated in any of those, you want to definitely make sure you put an X so you can get that possible pin. Then for the other award areas, these are our memorial awards. So Chris Harshey is swine, Flexi Mitchell is horse, Julie Mocker is the home ec, Patrick Pirtle is dairy, and Sam Bradley is sheep. Those have different award sheets that we'll talk about probably on Wednesday that you can fill out and include in your record book. And then also there's the I Dare You award that is filled out by your leader and is most likely given to a senior member, one that's fixing to graduate. That's a good one for that. And then every club is required to turn in their club secretary book. And by doing that, they are judged. And we give top 3 awards in those areas. So if you're the secretary of the club, you want to mark that you got yours turned in. And then also the club scrapbook contest. So we do have awards for the scrapbook as well. And usually the reporter or historian of the club will turn that in. Then like I said, usually it's done at the conclusion once you have all your record books or records in your book. You're going to glue or tape this to the inside of your record book. And then that way we double check to make sure that those projects are the ones that are in your book before we send them off to be judged. For the record book dividers, these you can select either the green 4-H clover border dividers or the black and white 4-H clover dividers. This just helps separate your book so that we can easily go from section to section. And it includes your individual photo page, table of contents, and then the rest of the dividers for the book. You can create your own. You just want to make sure that you have those 4 titles or the sections the same as the ones that are provided, or you can just print the ones off that we have online. And again, those are on our county webpage under record book dividers, and there's the green ones and black and white, and they are fillable, so you can either save them online, fill them out online and print them, or you can print and handwrite them. So here are the 2 different styles. So there's the green clover or the black and white. So step 3 is actually your individual photo page, and it's worth 5 points. Just this page alone is worth 5 points. You want to mount 1 photo of yourself on a single sheet of paper. So all of your record book should be one-sided. It should all be on the front side. There should be no double side. And you can see here there's Chris Clover's the one picture. And then you're going to print or type, depending on if you printed them or you're typing them in, your name, your age, and the club. And this is the age you were during the year that you're doing your record book for. So number 4 is table of contents and the dividers. This is 7 points just by printing these off and including them in your record book. It's 7 points. And again, you can create your own or use the ones provided on the website. And so you can see the table of contents, and the table of contents lists the rest of your 4 dividers. So your Chaves County Report Form, your My 4-H story, your photos, and your project record sheets. You do not want to have tabs on these dividers. They just need to be either printed on a colored paper to give it some a different look than your rest of your record sheets, or they could be cardstock, so it's a little bit thicker and you can flip to those a little bit easier. So with questions on that, you can contact me at the office, 575-622-3210, or send me an email. And then we're actually going to switch over to the next part. not that one. So we can go over the Chaves County Report Form. Okay, so we're going to go over the Chaves County Report Form as well. So it starts with number 5 is the Chaves County Report Form, and this is worth 25 points. So this is a lot of points that goes towards your record sheets and making those points. So when you're being judged, in order to get a pin for your project, you have to have at least, I believe, 75 points. So this is 25. That's a third of the available points that you need to get your project pin. So it's really important that you spend some time filling out your county report form. And it needs to be filled out completely and signed by the 4-H'er parent and leader. And there's only one report form for each book, regardless of the number of pages. And again, those can be found under the Chaves County 4-H record forms on the county webpage. And so we already talked about the awards area, and then next underneath that is the county report form. And there's a Word document, so you can actually get on there and type your report form, or there is a PDF version as well. And so if you want to just print it out and handwrite it. And my suggestion is to print out the PDF form to begin with and use that throughout the year. So document everything that's going on and fill in those stuff throughout the year, so you're not trying to remember back throughout the year, or when you're actually sitting down to do it in October, because I know we always wait till the last minute to do it. You're not trying to think what happened back in December or January, but you already have that report form, and you already started filling that out when the new year started. And then come October, when you're working on your record books, you have that written copy, and then if you want to take that to the Word document and make it look nicer, you can very well do that. So for page 1 of the report form, you're going to start by just marking an X under novice, junior, senior. And again, remember, this is for the previous year. So our new year starts October 1, but your record books due November 1st or the first Tuesday. And so we're creating this record book for the previous year. So it's whatever age group they were in of the previous year. And then you're going to fill out the year, the name, date of birth, address, all of that information. This is also where you put how many club meetings were held and then how many you actually attended. So that's why it's nice if you have it printed out ahead of time, and you can just put some hash marks there of, okay, we had this many meetings, and then you make a hash mark every time that you attend one, and then add those up and put that in your final copy. And for projects taken this year, you're going to list all the projects that you signed up for this year. So when our secretary hands you, or when you pick up your new project books and CD for the year, you get a copy of your re-enrollment form or your enrollment form, and you have the list of what all you took. So you're actually going to write all that information in. So if you print this off at the beginning, you're not trying to look back for that enrollment paper. You already have it listed on your report form. And then the only ones that need an X are the ones that you actually are submitting in your record form or record book for the year. So Chris, he signed up for archery, crochet, dog, rocketry, market lamb, and welding, but maybe he got busy and wasn't able to do crochet, dog, or rocketry, or maybe he did, but he didn't get the record sheets done. And so he only got the record sheets done for archery, market lamb, and welding. And so that's why there's an X by those projects. For page 2 of the report form, you're going to list any 4-H offices you've held or a committee you've served on during the 4-H year under the 4-H officers and committees. So if you served as reporter of your club, that is going to be listed there. If you served as a on this community service committee for your club, that's going to go in there. And then if you serve on the county council, then and as recreation leader or whatever, that's going to be county. And then if you're a state officer or on the state leadership team, say you're one of the ambassadors, then you're going to put that in the area would be state as well. Okay. And then under 4-H events attended, this is any 4-H event that you've attended from the club, the county, or the state, or even national. So here, Chris went on the 2020 Clover Kids Project Tour. So his club did a project tour, and so he listed that. He attended the 2018-2019 Achievement Awards program. So that is a county program. So that's why it's listed as county. He also attended Home Ec School, which is held by the state event. So that's state. Youth Getaway, Senior Leadership Retreat, those are all state events. And so that's why they are listed as state. If he went to a national contest like the Western Roundup in Denver, then that would be listed as a national. So for the area, that's where you're going to list, was it held at the club, was it held at the county, or was it held at the state level? So for page 3, that is your demonstrations, speeches, and illustrated talks. You're going to list any 4-H demonstration given at a club meeting or county contest, or speeches given at contests or events. So here you can, as an example, you can see that he gave a demonstration at his Clover Kids meeting on the basics of archery, and he did that one time. And then it looks like he was to give a presentation at school, and his topic he chose was why join 4-H. And so he gave that one time as well. So anytime you're talking about 4-H, and you can see it says include radio, TV, school, 4-H activities. So if he was to go with maybe the agent to the radio to talk about county fair, that's where he can put that as well. Under contests, you're going to list all the contests you participated in during the year. So you're going to list the contest and then where it was held. So at the Chaves County contest in Roswell, he participated in agronomy, archery, horticulture, FCS bull, and livestock. And then he also participated in the Southeast 4-H District Contest, which was held in either Artesia or Carlsbad. And he participated in the same events. So if you were a senior and you went to state 4-H conference, you would just list the contest you participated at state 4-H contest. And then again, if you went to a national contest, like the National Land Contest in Oklahoma, you would put land and then National 4-H Land Contest, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. So you're going to list that out completely on page 3. And what's nice about doing this on the PDF version is I'm pretty sure it lets you add slots if you or lines if you need to. So for the page 4, it talks about the awards and recognitions that you received this year for any 4-H awards, ribbons, honors, trips, and recognition. So, and remember, this is a 4-H report record form. So you're just listing any 4-H achievements that you've received. So we can see like last year, the 17-18 Achievement Awards program, he was the outstanding junior for his book. So he lists that. And then he, he participated in county and district contests. And so this is where you list those ribbons that you got. You're not actually going to include your ribbons in your record book. You're just going to list what places you received. So he is first place at county contest in archery compound individual. And then in at district contest, he was first place agronomy individual and team. And then at county fair, he placed third place in class 2 blackface market lambs. And then some inside exhibits that he had. He was first place junior welding silhouettes at county fair. And then those went on to state fair where he received 3rd place. And then again, those moved on to Eastern fair and he was 2nd place. So again, this is where you're going to list all of that, and you can kind of group them like here on this second place agronomy horticulture individual county contest. So if you receive the same place for multiple contests or something like that, you can put all of those for the reason. And again, when you're typing normally, it'll make that space bigger so you can fill all of that in. Report form page 5 is where you put your leadership and community service. And so leadership is going to be anytime that you helped others plan programs, lead discussions, prepare demonstrations, contest preparations, or project work or 4-H activities. So where you are actually really a leader in helping with that event. So in this one, some examples are assisted with setup and teardown at county archery practices, served as the market lamb livestock ambassador, and prepared and presented to workshops, beginners market lamb workshop, and preparing for market lamb for fair workshop. So anytime where you're really being a leader and helping and setting anything up. And then for community service, it's going to be any community service that you've done throughout the year, either with your church, your school, or a community organization, which 4-H is a community organization. So when we look here, we collected dog food for a humane society, and that's going to be community. Walk for Hope, community. County fair cleanup, community. And then this one is a highway cleanup that maybe his youth group did or something, and so that was with church. So, or if your school does a canned food drive or something like that, then you would list that as school. So this is the one place where you can list kind of places where community service you've done outside of 4-H, because most of the stuff in your record book is going to be 4-H related. So page 6 of the report form is where you're going to sign. So make sure you date and sign as the 4-H'er, and then the parent has to sign as well. And there are like if it's not signed, there could be points taken off. And then the leader signs. And so once we have all the record books turned into the office, we actually get the leaders to come into the office and sign all of the ones from their club. So you're not necessarily needing to get that signed before you bring them November 1st or November 3rd or whenever it is, because we'll get them to come sign all of them. So they're not having to meet with everybody and sign those. So again, if you have any questions, please contact me at the office or by email or come by the office. And tomorrow we'll be going over part 3, which is the 4-H story and photos.